Now we're going to make a creamy dressing, which is just as easy as the vinaigrette. This one's going to actually coat your vegetables and your salad much more fluidly. Like you'll actually be able to see this dressing. You'll be able to see the difference it's making. So this is a super easy creamy dressing with yogurt as the base. And you can use, regular yogurt. You can use something more interesting if you want. Like you could use like vegan soy yogurt, or you could use goat's milk yogurt. You could use mayonnaise. You could use creme fraiche. I actually really love using creme fraiche as a base for my salads. And in fact, I actually really despise mayonnaise. You've probably heard me say that before. And a great substitute, if you hate mayonnaise like I do, is creme fraiche. Like it's just a 1-for-1 substitution. And if you don't have any creme fraiche, try sour cream. It's surprisingly delicious. All right, we've got our yogurt. We've got our mustard here, which is a little tiny bowl, and I'm not going to be able to get it out with that spatula. So we're going to get that out with a little tiny spoon. I have a little spoon. I know, I love little spoons. Like every once in a while I'll have it, like treat myself to a cappuccino, and it's not a cappuccino if it doesn't have the little spoon with it. And so the people at my local coffee shop see me coming, they have the little spoon ready for me. I don't know why little spoons are awesome. And we've got, this is actually a champagne vinegar, but this is kind of an interesting champagne vinegar we have sitting around. It's like a pear champagne vinegar, but you can use any vinegar you want that you think tastes good. This is really important to mention that if you don't think that your vinegar tastes good outside of your salad dressing, it's not going to improve your salad dressing. It's going to make it worse. So you can use any vinegar you want in a salad dressing as long as you like the way it tastes. There we go. I'm gonna add that. And just like a vinaigrette, if you're adding raw shallots or raw onions to this, you wanna let it sit for like 20, 30 minutes to kind of mellow those raw vegetables out. But we're not adding any to this, so we don't really need to worry about that. These are some chopped chives because chives are amazing. These, even though they're oniony, they don't need to be mellowed out because raw chives are actually pretty chill. So we're gonna add some pepper. Get this out of here because it's goopy. Add some pepper. I don't like a lot of black pepper. It kind of bugs me, so I'm not going to add very much. And just like with the vinaigrette, we're going to salt this very slowly. I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to shake it in here because we're going to pretend that we're a household that doesn't have mason jars, because 90% of the time I actually don't have a mason jar and I have to shake it in here. So boop. Just make sure it's sealed up, because if you shake this and it's not sealed, you are in for a world of hurt when it comes to cleaning, because greasiness is not fun on your countertop when it's everywhere or in your hair. Learn that one the hard way. You just shake. You can see here, it's creamy, right? Super easy. Now this one's not going to be so fatty, right? Because it doesn't have a ton of olive oil in it like the other one did. This one's yogurt. It's going to be more tart because of the yogurt. It's going to be a little bit more tart because we added the Dijon mustard. But because it doesn't have a ton of oil or a ton of really intense acid, we may not need to salt this as much because there's not as much competing for your flavor attention there. I'm going to open this carefully. You want to open it away from you because sometimes it'll like spit out a money shot right in your face or all over your shirt, and we don't want that, do we? So we're going to open it away from us slowly so it doesn't drip and splatter. And we are going to give it a taste. Let's taste it. Come here. Oh, it looks really good. Actually, I don't know if you can see. It's got like a beautiful golden color to it. And it just looks really creamy. And you can imagine how this is going to look coating a salad. It smells like, oh, it smells so fresh. It smells like, I don't know, it's hard to describe what it smells like. It smells really fresh and really delicious. So we're going to taste it. Oh, it's really good. It needs more salt. Add another 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And this is the thing about salad dressings. When you're making your own salad dressing, whether it be a creamy dressing or a vinaigrette, add more of whatever you want. If it needs more acid, add more vinegar or lemon juice or whatever. If it needs more sweet, you can even add sugar to it if you want. In fact, that's why everybody loves the salad dressings from the grocery store, because they're loaded with sugar. So you're welcome to add sugar to your salad dressing if you want. If it needs more lemon, add more lemon zest, add more Dijon mustard, add more herbs, add more blah, 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 whatever you want. I actually really like adding a blend of herbs. So like a little bit of chives that I put in here with maybe a little bit of tarragon, a little bit of oregano would be perfect. But this salad dressing is a super simple salad dressing, and I like it just how it is. So we're gonna give it another shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Again, we're gonna open it away because I don't want to get splattered. Oof. We're gonna give it a taste. That's really good. It's creamy. It's tart from the yogurt. It's a little bit sweet because the vinegar is kind of sweet. It's like a sweeter, it's like a pear champagne vinegar. So it's actually got a heightened taste of sweetness to it. It's now got enough salt. It's got enough Dijon mustard. I think we've got a winner. So when it comes to storing this dressing, it's really easy. Just put it in the fridge, right? It's got yogurt in it. Because it's got chives in it, anything that I add green matter to or any organic matter to, it'd be like onions, herbs, vegetables, like they don't last quite as long as something would if it was just like acid and dairy or acid and fat. Just because like they break down and they do weird things. And if you've put, like I said, if you've put like raw shallots or raw onions in this, you want to let it sit for a few minutes before you eat it. But when it comes to storing these or storing vinaigrettes, like you have like, I don't know, I would say safely you have 5 days, right? I wouldn't go much above 5 days if there's a lot of green matter in it or vegetables, just because they will break down. But if it's just like a straight oil and fat or oil and acid vinaigrette, like it'll last a couple weeks. The thing about vinaigrette that you have to keep in mind that doesn't happen with a creamy dressing, like you'll put this creamy dressing in the fridge and it'll stay this consistency. Your vinaigrette may seize up, which is totally normal, right? It'll just get hard because that's what happens when you chill oil. Right? So if that happens, it's really easy. You just take it out of the fridge, let it sit there for an hour or two. It will totally come to room temperature and it will go back to liquid, give it a shake, and it's ready to go.